All streaks have to come to an end. And it's unfortunate that both streaks come to an end tonight as the Leafs lose in regulation to the New York Rangers 3-1 at Madison Square Garden, now dropped to 19-6-6 on the year. It was a very weird game, a very boring game, in the sense that neither team shot more than 25 shots. The Leafs had some golden opportunities. Igor Shesterkin just showed you why he's one of the best goalies in the NHL. Albeit, the Rangers defensively did a really good job keeping everything to the outside and allowing the Leafs nothing when it comes to entering the zone. They made them dump the puck in. The Rangers were able to retrieve it 9 times out of 10. And when they did retrieve the puck, didn't amount to much and the puck went the other way. On the other side of the puck, the Leafs didn't do a very, very bad job defensively. They only allowed 20 shots on net. No matter which way you look at it, that's damn good. Now, yes, Matt Murray allowed 2 goals on 19 shots, and that's a sub-900 save percentage, so the Leaf fans are like, okay, that's now back-to-back contests for Matt Murray that he's had that. Do we think too much about it? I don't think so. You know, he didn't have the amount of shots tonight to really tell the tale, so I can't really get on him for that. But let's get to the game. First period. Less than 5 minutes in, Leafs are already on the penalty kill, not what you want to see. And a really nice play by the Rangers. A lot of really nice passing plays. Murray ends up getting out of his net, flopping around, tries to dive to make the save because he's out of position. And Filipino scores 3:52 into the first period on the power play. And the Rangers have a 1-0 lead. About 10 minutes after that, with about 6 minutes to play, Michael Bunting, comes out from behind the net. He has Jacob Trouba's stick underneath his arm, and he kind of squeezes it a little bit and skates with it. Trouba's got to drop the stick because he doesn't want to get the hook, because the moment you see that stick in there, it's a penalty more often than not. So with that being said, stick's on the ground for Trouba. Bunting passes it back to the point, and it's fired on, tipped on by David Camp. And who is there to bang in the rebound? Michael Bunting. And he buries it. At 14:06, Connor Timmins and David Camp got the assists on that goal. And we're tied at 1. And we're like, oh, okay, the Leafs, they haven't played very well early on in the game. But hey, we're tied at 1. You got to do, the good things are happening there. Now, this is, for me, where the backbreaker happened in the second period. And you can blame Matt Murray maybe a little bit for this, that he didn't have the post a little bit. But really just an incredible shot from, of course, the former Leaf Jimmy Vesey. Late in the period, with about 5 minutes to go, he comes down the right wing, and he gets steered to the outside a little bit, but then he pulls it to the forehand and just roofs it bar down on Matt Murray's short side. Tough one on Matt Murray. Again, do you want to blame him? Sure, maybe a little bit, right? But either way, just an incredible shot underneath the bar. And that goes at 15:33 the second period. Look, the way I looked at that goal, I look at it this way. Shesterkin's been playing some really good hockey recently. Look at his numbers and then look at his numbers last year. They're not as good. But if you look over his last 6 or 7 starts, he has a save percentage of .926 or something like that. So he's been really good recently, as have the Rangers, who have now won 5 consecutive games. And with that late goal and the Leafs having a tough time connecting passes and getting to lose pucks, again, those nights are going to happen. It hasn't happened in a while, clearly, because they've had a point streak of over a month. But those tough games are going to happen, where you can't make tape-to-tape passes or pucks bouncing on you. Like, for example, Matthews, had some golden opportunities. One chance in the second period where they had dudes out there for 2.5 minutes for the Rangers, and the Leafs were just an onslaught after onslaught, and they just could not beat Shesterkin, and they were just obviously trying to block shots because they have no energy to skate around. They were just blocking shots, and the Leafs just could not bury one there. That's a huge opportunity. That could have given the Leafs the lead at that point. Then you go in the third period. Matthews, beautiful dangles, got Shesterkin down and out. But I think it was the stick of Artemi Panarin. I don't know if he got it on Matthews' stick or the puck or whatever, but it disrupted Matthews enough that he couldn't get the shot off till he was along the red line, and it was a little foo-foo shot along the ice. Nothing doing there. There's a chance. Those are 2 opportunities there. Again, against a guy like Igor Shesterkin and the way the Rangers play defense tonight, when you get those opportunities, you got to capitalize on them. Now, obviously, look, like I said, that can't happen all the time. And it didn't tonight. And it is what it is, right? I can't get mad at these guys because they have played so well for so long in a row. And they have one regulation loss where they lose 2-1 with an empty netter. And, of course, Jimmy Vesey scores that one as well at 18:47 of the third period. You know, they didn't play terrible. They just looked a little off. That's the way I want to word it. But I think we can all agree, though, offensively, the glaring issue is that second line left wing spot. Because Nick Robertson was just going to get the run, right? When Calle Jarnkrok went down with an injury, the thought was, Robertson, hey, here's your shot, go at it. Now, we obviously know he's out for quite a while, so that's not the case. You got to find someone to fill in for that. You don't have Jarnkrok, you don't have Robertson, so they tried Mulligan today. That didn't work. At one point late in the game, you see Pierre Engvall out there with them, and you're like, okay, this is getting a little ridiculous, right? And that's a big hole. When you have John Tavares and you have Mitch Marner on that line, you need that third guy. You really want that third guy to at least be able to shoot the puck. And Dennis Mulligan, look, a small guy, right? And he's a mighty of a thing, but it wasn't good enough. And is out there because of numbers. Now, again, I can't get mad at these guys because I thought they played a pretty solid hockey game. They didn't allow anything defensively, and that has been the story all year long. The question at times, at least early in the season, has been the goal scoring. Now, do you look at that today and say, hey, the Leafs just couldn't score, or the Rangers played really good defense and Shesterkin makes some really big stops in big moments? That's kind of where I'm at, because they're a really good defensive hockey team. That is well known. Also, when you have the goalie in net of Igor Shesterkin, I mean, it makes you look pretty good as well. But the Leafs just couldn't penetrate the defense. And when they had opportunities, it was either block shots or Shesterkin was making saves or they were missing the net. It was just an off night. You could tell early on they weren't their greatest self. Then they scored the one goal and you're like, okay, well, maybe this will go to their legs a little bit. Well, it didn't go to either team's legs. Shots on goal for the game were 22-20 in favor of the Leafs. Neither team had a period where they had 10 shots on goal. 9-9 in the first. 6-4 Rangers in the second. Yeah, combined for 10 shots. And in the third period, it was 9-5 Leafs for a 22-20 win in the shots. Nothing going for either team. And this was just one of those games where neither team gave up anything, and they just got that one extra goal. I guess the way it is, right? If Panarin's not there to whack Matthews, that might be in the back of the net, right? And if something doesn't hit the post or Shesterkin, on the Marner shot late, right? If it goes, because it looked like it almost went underneath his pad. If his pad's probably a couple centimeters higher, that's in the back of the net and we're tied, right? So there's so many different things you can look at with this game. But I'll say it again. I can't be mad at these guys. 0 for 3 in the power play. They were 1 for 1 on their power play. Special teams played a factor tonight. And it stinks, but whatever. You move on to the next one. And that next game is against the Washington Capitals in Washington. As of right now, my boy, okay, so he did not score today, did Alex Ovechkin. So, you guys know I'm a huge Ovi fan. But for the Leafs, I'd love to see Samsonov and the Leafs win 4-5-1, right? And that one goal is Ovi and he ties Gordie Howe. That's what I'd like to see. But either way, no matter what, I want a Leafs win. The sign of a good team, at least a good regular season team, is when you lose a game, you bounce back. And the Leafs have had a streak where they haven't really lost. They've got a point in every game since like the beginning of November, which is insane. Now you've lost a regulation game. Marner's streak is done. All those narratives are by the wayside now. You move on and you play good hockey on Saturday against the Caps in DC. All right, it's a 7 o'clock puck drop there. So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not really the game tonight, to be honest, like, it's kind of a stinker, smack the like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video. Thoughts on the game. Would you you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? The Twitter and Instagram links are down in the description, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. Discord link is down below. If you want to voice your opinion on the Leaf game, go do so there. We all do so after the game, so go crazy down there. And I will talk to you guys. Raptors, they play Brooklyn tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. And as for the Leafs, They're back in action, like we said, on Saturday night as they are in Washington, taking on OV and the Capitals. 7 o'clock puck drop there. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And not this game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.